Leading off the top of the first for the Sioux Loggers will be the right fielder, number 13, Logan Newman.
Good morning, a beautiful day for some ball here in Kitchener, Ontario. You're joining us for the Softball Canada Men's Fast Pitch Championships here at Peter Hallman Ball Yard. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Justin Kohler. I'll be up in the booth with you throughout the course of the day today. Plenty of action in store. We'll get things off. The great game between the Galway Hitman and the Sioux Loggers. We're already just about to get going. First pitch set to be thrown. Galway taking the field. They're the home team in this one. It's Leaf on the mound. First pitch swung on, fouled, and the first game of the day officially underway. We've got 3 in store for you after what's been a pretty packed week across the board. A whole lot of action, some rain delays, some sunshine, some extras games, some mercies. It's really been everything that you could possibly get throughout this tournament so far. So that's Galway taking the field. That's Cleary on the mound. We'll start off with Logan Newman. This is the right fielder for Sioux. The first pitch just catches the inner part of the plate. Newman not too happy with the call. He'll take a second pull back on that one. So plenty of sunshine. Should be a lovely day across the board here at the ballpark. Good news, too, I was doing a bit of reading on the forecast just to see what we could look forward to throughout the course of the day. It's pretty much reading all sunshine and not too much wind either, so it should be a pretty straight-up ball game for all these games throughout the day. Next pitch just a bit upstairs. That'll bring it to a 1-2 count. Cleary on the mound. He's had quite a lot of action the past couple days. Ended up coming in for an extended role late in yesterday evening's game. A 1-2 pitch swung on well high. The third baseman going to move over to get underneath it. Makes it. That's a quick one out here in this one. That was Ryan Marr getting under it, the third baseman for Galway.
With 1 out, the batter will
so 1 out here, that'll bring up Brian Abreu.
Brian Avery.
He's the third baseman. Right-handed batter in the box. So Cleary fairly efficient so far. Just 4 pitches for that last at-bat. That one's a bit outside the zone. Quick ball one here. We'll give you a look at the defensive alignment for Galway heading into this game. So Cleary on the mound, O'Leary, he's behind the plate. See a lot of talks between those two throughout the course of the game. That's Walsh at first, Kavanaugh at second, Marr at third, Boland at short to wrap up the infield. And then Pomeroy in left, Ezekiel center, and Corbett over in right. That pitch, another one just off the plate. Hitter-friendly 2-0 count. First baseman Walsh just taking a quick little trek over. A couple words for his pitcher. Cleary is all set, has the pitch he's looking for. And the 2-0. That one upstairs, but catches the top part of the plate. Great location there, just right on the edge of the strike zone. That'll bring it to a 2-1 count with 1 out. Still early, top of the first inning. We'll see how Cleary goes throughout this game. He sometimes likes to mix up innings, sometimes being pretty quick on the mound, sometimes slowing things right down as that one's fouled right back. Gets over the backstop. You can hear that little ping of it as it slammed into the metal seats here at Peter Hallman Ball Yard. So if Abreu gets on, that's Hunter starting to warm up. He's on deck in this one. So he's set. Combination of Cleary and O'Leary. Next one, swung on, fouled right back again. Good battle to stay alive for Abreu. And plenty of sunshine. It's still the early morning. We'll see if that sun becomes a factor, particularly for the center fielder and the right fielder. Sun right over in that right fielder's face. That's Corbett over there. No clouds in the sky, so we might be dealing with that sunshine throughout the entire course of the day. It sometimes likes to be a player all on its own. So the count remains 2-2, 1 out. Next pitch from Cleary coming in. That one's to bid inside, doesn't get the call to go his way. That'll bring it to a full count. So Newman led things off. Flew out to the third baseman. Little pop up there. Abreu in the box. Hunter on deck. We'll see if it goes further than that as the payoff pitch comes in. Swung on and missed. The first strikeout of the game for Cleary. Some good mixes here. Already starting to mix up the timing on a few of these pitches. Setting the tone early. 2 up, 2 down.
With 2 outs. The batter will be the catcher, number 12, Blake Hunter.
That'll bring up the catcher for this one. That's Blake Hunter. He's in the number 3 spot in the lineup today. Cleary would love to get himself a quick 3 up, 3 down inning. Both teams looking to shift momentum however they can in their favor early on. That one well upstairs. Didn't look like Hunter was going to be swinging at much of anything on that one. All part of those different approaches. Some guys like to be a little aggressive on the first pitch. A lot will still take it no matter what. That one well out, though. So 2 outs. The count 1-0. Cleary gets set. Delivers, swung on and missed. Really mixing up the eye levels so far in this one. That's really been working for him to get the game going. So 1 ball well upstairs out of the zone. Immediately comes back with a pitch down in the zone. It's been a great platoon here between the two, Cleary and O'Leary. It's the next one. That one right in the zone. Great fastball there. Trying to make Hunter think a little bit with a pitch coming in towards the middle of the plate. Potential worry of an off-speed falling out of the zone, so held back. That'll put the count in the pitcher's favor, 1-2. So 2 quick outs in the inning. A pop-up and a strikeout. Cleary looking to set things down here. Now on an off-speed drilled over towards the shortstop. It's past his glove, drifts over towards center field. And a single for the first hit of the ball game off the bat of Blake Hunter. Sometimes it doesn't need to be too powerful off the bat, just to find the right location. Great spot right up Main Street past the glove of the second baseman. So Cleary now up to 15 pitches here in the top of the first. We'll bring up Scott Nahaj to the plate. He's the first baseman. Scott Nehigh, the left-handed batter. Nehigh would love to get momentum going in their favor. Runner over at first, that's Hunter. Next pitch down outside. It'll even things up at 1-1. So a 2-out base hit off the bat of Hunter. Bit of early life for the Loggers. Still a very young ball game. Top of the first here in Kitchener, Ontario. 1-1. That one. A bit on the inner part of the plate. Looks like Nehigh didn't agree with that call too much. He'll take a quick second, collect himself in the box. Count now 1-2. Cleary would love to get out of this one. Put a nice clean 0 in the box for the top of the first. As he gets set, he's ready on the mound. The next one, just a bit upstairs. Nehigh almost pulled the trigger on that one. So still a clear ball game. The 2 outs, the 2-2 count. Cleary 1 strike away from setting things down early. And the next one catches the outer part of the plate. An off-speed one dropped in there. Second strikeout of the ball game for Cleary. So 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no runs in that one. Still very clear as we get the game rolling.
For Sioux Loggers in the top of the first, there was 1 hit and 1 left on base.
So if you're just joining us here for the top of this one, you're watching the Softball Canada Men's Fast Pitch Championships here at Peter Hallman Ball-Yard, all presented by Kitchener Fastball Promotions. Thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of people to thank, especially we'll thank the City of Kitchener, the grounds crew here. They've really put in the elbow grease this week, got in the field all prep for today's action. Of course, at one point on Tuesday and Thursday, it almost looked like a bit of a lake out there on the infield. A few lengthy rain delays to kick off the action throughout the middle of the week. But all the forecasts really starting to improve game to game as things pushed on. And like I mentioned, a beautiful day in the forecast for Kitchener, Ontario. That'll bring Leaf to the mound. He's the starting pitcher in this one. So a big shout out to everyone who's not able to attend here in person for this one. Of course, you're watching here on CCDTV. That's Conestoga College Digital TV. Thank you for tuning in. Already a few fans from over in Victoria, BC tuning into the broadcast. Thank you so much. Of course, this is a big national tournament. Teams, fans from all over the country. Everyone, all these teams, all the players really appreciating the support, even if you're not able to come out in person. Of course, a big shout out to all the fans here in person as well. Should be a lovely day. Still a little brisk, though, this morning. Still a few sweaters being worn, but a lot better than it was a couple days ago. A very fall week, almost, to wrap up August. Of course, not the best conditions for anyone looking to wrap things up in cottage country here in Ontario. But things should get back to almost summer-like weather to kick off September. We'll see how long that lasts. In any case, a great day for some ball. Beautiful conditions. Mentioned it this week. I'm a big fan of sweater weather, so this is really ideal for me in particular. So Galway in the box for the first time. The Souk Loggers out in the field. That one swung on, drilled well hard, but well foul as well. That's Shane Boland. He's leading things off. Really turned on that one. Just a bit early. Got a bit too far in front of it. Good display of power. We'll see how much that impacts the fielders. Ben Eddington, he's over there in left. Edgington. That pitch just outside the zone, evening the count at 1-1. That one doesn't capture enough of the plate. Bring it to a 2-1 count. Leaf gets set. The 2-1 pitch. Coming in upstairs again. Not able to capture the plate. An early 3-1 count on Boland. And so the 3-1 pitch, just a bit outside there. Falls behind in an early walk for Boland. Great plate discipline to get the game going.
Now batting, left fielder number 27.
An early runner on, all still with no outs. Bottom of the first now. So that'll bring Jordan Pomeroy into the box. He takes ball one. Next pitch captures the plate. Looks like Pomeroy was holding back on that one no matter what. A walk to the first batter. Just waiting to see just how around the strike zone Leaf might be early on. Still settling in. 1-1 swung on, drilled right up Main Street. It finds the grass in center field. That'll advance the runner. A big single puts a man in scoring position early on off the bat of Jordan Pomeroy.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, Brad Ezekiel.
That'll bring up Brad Ezekiel, the center fielder in this one. Big power bat. Very old school stance in the box. You'll see that in just a moment. So he gets set in the box. Leaf now up to 8 pitches. A walk and a single to get the inning going. First pitch catches the top part of the plate. Ezekiel gets on. That's Walsh warming up. He's on deck. So Boland at second. Pomeroy at first. Next pitch well upstairs. Sometimes tough to lay off those cookies upstairs in the box, but Ezekiel does. That'll even things up at 1-1. So a beautiful day for some ball. Both teams looking to break up the early 0-0 tie. So that one swung on hard and missed. This one, the only morning game of the day. Seeing a whole lot of Timmy's cups around the ballpark from all those friends and family in attendance. And that one called strike 3 there. Not too happy with the call. So Galway still threatening here. But now one out in the inning. Still runner in scoring position, 2 men on. That'll bring Colin Walsh. Galway the chance to lead. Bottom of the first inning. That one upstairs in the plate, catches the top portion for strike 1. Leaf calls time on the mound. Still a dangerous spot to be in early on. It's a quick communication with his catcher. That's Hunter behind the plate. Next pitch, right into the zone. A hard strike 2. A pitcher-friendly 0-2 count right now. We'll see if he goes right in and attacks the zone, but the 0-2 count can afford to move things around a little bit, try and get some swing and miss on some outside pitches. Next one up and away. Bring it to a 1-2 count. So 1-2 count. Still a dangerous spot. Boland at second base. A hit over to the outfield, likely to draw him in. That one upstairs swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Leaf. So after a walk and a single, he's starting to settle in. Back-to-back strikeouts now.
With 2 outs, the batter will be the designated player, number 10.
That'll bring up the designated hitter in this one, Colin Walsh, left-handed bat. Hunter going out to talk with his pitcher. Quick discussion about how they want to approach Hill. One of the many dangerous bats in the lineup for Galway. Would love to strand the runners on base, especially Boland over at second. Leaf now getting set on the mound. He's got the pitch he's looking for. He gets set and delivers that one just a bit too far upstairs. Well, we have a chance. We'll give you the defensive alignment for the Sioux Loggers out there. So, of course, Leaf Hunter, the platoon for this one, pitcher and catcher. Nehigh at first. Darcy Walushka at second. Bray over at third. Wilson at short to round out the infield. And then Edgington left. Chris Walushka in center and Newman over in right. Next pitch, just a bit too far outside. Trying to get some swing and miss there away from the batter. Doesn't get the call. Early 2-0. So tie ball game. Still no runs early on in the bottom of the first. A 2-0 count coming in from Leaf. Now on a little check swing. It makes its way just a little foul. The third baseman, Bray, trying to hustle in, make that grab. Not quite enough hang time. Hill taking a quick second. He's collecting himself. Did not want to make contact there. Home plate umpire going to just see if he's all right, if he took that one a little funny off the bat. Some of the training coaches making their way over, just talking to Hill. Looks like he's reaching for his neck a little bit here. Might have tweaked it. Sometimes when you accidentally hit a ball that you really don't intend to, sometimes you can be a little bit stiffer in the mound, in the box, and sometimes that can just kind of rattle up you a little bit. I was reaching for the left part of his neck there. Seems to be okay, but is really moving his head around. So he gets set back in the box. A 2-1 count. And the pitch comes in. Down outside. Hunter really trying to frame that one up on the outer corner of the plate. Hill, I'd say, has one of the furthest back stances in the box. If you're actually looking at the plate, he's almost in line with it at the very back portion as that one swung on and missed. Yeah, his back foot well behind home plate. Trying to get that any extra milliseconds of time to figure out what the movement's going to be on some of these pitches. So if Hill gets on, that's Peter Cavanaugh warming up. He'd be next in this one. But a full count now, 2 outs. The payoff pitch comes in, swung on, fouled well back. Well over the backstop, well over the fans. Again, one of those times you kind of want to say it's out of the park, but it doesn't feel quite right saying it. So a very competitive ball game so far. The Hitman now threading. Again, that's Boland at second. Pomeroy over at first. Boland got on with an early walk. Pomeroy moving him over with a single. The next one swung on and missed. That'll be back-to-back strikeouts here. 3 in the inning. Ezekiel, Walsh, Hill all sat down via the strikeout. And so a clean first inning. Still no runs between these two teams. We'll see if we're in store for a bit of a pitcher's duel in this one early on. So been plenty of games across the board throughout this tournament. Of course, one of the highlights from yesterday's action was a big game between this team, between the Souk Loggers and Bear Creek. Of course, the highlight play, Ben Edgington. Big two home runs, including a huge grand slam in the 8th inning. 11-10, the final there. One of the higher scoring ones that we've seen throughout the course of this tournament. Like I mentioned, we've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen some extra innings games. We've seen some very low scoring games. 1 or 2 mercies as well. It's exactly what you want to see if you're a fan here in attendance watching some of these ones. So Galway back in the field. Cleary back on the mound once again. So we're guaranteed to see the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Edgington, we were just talking about, he'll lead off the top of the second, the right-handed batter. He's playing left field in this one for the Loggers. Cleary getting a couple more warm-up pitches in here, trying to stay fresh. Like I mentioned, still a little bit of a brisk morning in Kitchener, Ontario. And a big thank you to everyone who's watching live this broadcast here on CCDTV. That's Conestoga College Digital TV. Of course, an even bigger shout out almost to everyone working with Conestoga College, able to make this entire broadcast possible. Cleary getting set on the mound. Edgington ready in the box. First pitch, top of the second. Catches the plate. Making an early 0-1 count. Cleary taking a quick second just to walk around the mat a little bit. Again, he's almost been one of the more deceptive pitchers that I've seen in this tournament. Sometimes he'll be quick with the pitches. Sometimes he'll really, really take his time as he gets set. The 1-0 pitch. 0-1, excuse me. That one's a bit outside. So Edgington, like we were talking about, plenty of power. Still the chance to try and break this tie ball game open. Still no runs scored. Next pitch coming in, swung on and missed. Big hack there. Still momentum pretty even in this one. Some pretty standard ball back and forth. Already multiple strikeouts between these two pitchers in this one. It's Cleary getting set. That one's a bit too far inside. Edgington having to shuffle back a little bit. Sometimes that's just not to get hit. Sometimes that's to try and get things in your favor on the call. Count now even 2-2. Our scoreboard in the outfield reading 3-1, but I still believe it's 2-2 right now. The next one swung on, drilled deep over towards left field. The left fielder getting underneath it right in front of the fence. A big loud first out here in the top of the second. Great positioning, great movement from Pomeroy over there to make the grab. Any other day this week, we've usually seen wins kind of from right field over towards left, kind of helping some of these right-handed batters out. Could have carried it a little bit further, but in this case, just inches away from being a home run. That'll bring the first of the Walushkas here. That's Darcy. The second baseman for the Loggers. One out now, top two. Cleary gets set. That one swung on and missed. For Cleary, that was his 26th pitch now thrown. Still fairly efficient. He's got two strikeouts of his own. A second and third out for him back in the first. The 0-1 pitch. Little dribbler right on the ground. Almost a bit of a bowling ball pitch. That'll even the count on 1-1 off Walushka. Still no men on right now. Top of two. And Cleary getting set. The 1-1 pitch. Catches the top part of the plate. That'll put it back in the pitcher's favor now. 1-2. So Edgington was sat down with a fly out over to left field. Guaranteed to still see Walushka and Wilson as well. We'll see how things progress further than there. Walushka ready in the box. Off-speed pitch upstairs in the zone. Not able to fall back in. It'll even things out at 2-2. Very competitive ball game between these two teams so far. Some very, very important games throughout the course of the day as the 2-2 pitch comes in, swung on, little dribbler but foul. Some good communication, some good pitch mixes between Cleary and O'Leary. The platoon for the Hitman out there. One of those situations where it's almost a guaranteed pitcher-catcher combination. They didn't start in one of yesterday's games. But as soon as Cleary came in, they also made the swap out at catcher. Doesn't happen all the time at this level of ball, but still good to see. And that one's drifting out towards center field. Well high, but still a bit of soft contact. The center fielder, Ezekiel, able to come in, make the easy grab. So 2 quick flyouts in this one. I'll make it two outs here. Top of 2.
2 outs. The batter will be the shortstop, number 27, Gus Wilson.
I'll bring Gus Wilson in. The shortstop for the Loggers. See if he can follow the same pattern from the first inning. That one saw first 2 batters out. Hunter was able to get his way on base with a single after that. So the first pitch of the at-bat catches the bottom part of the plate for strike 1. Great location there. Looks like Cleary really starting to settle in now that he's locating the strike zone pretty effectively. Mixing pitches, mixing timings, mixing eye levels as well. The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, evening things out at 1-1. Seeing if he can change the eye levels there. Get a swing and a miss. Doesn't go his way, though. Wilson able to hold back. So still no runners on, 2 outs. Top of 2 in this early ball game. And Cleary gets set. The next one swung on and missed. That was the swing and miss he was looking for. Now the count 1-2. These batters really having to defend sometimes against that mix of a fastball and an off-speed. Big speed differences between those 2 pitches. One of the more drastic, I'd say, compared to some other pitchers across the tournament that we've seen. The 1-2 coming in, swung on and missed. His 3rd strikeout in the ball game, the first of the inning. A quick 3 up, 3 down, no hits. A fly out to left, a fly out to center, and then a strikeout to Wilson to turn things over.
Pursuit in the top of the 2nd, nothing across.
While we have a chance, we will take a quick moment to thank a few of our sponsors. Of course, none of this entire tournament is possible without constant support, of course, from all these sponsors. A whole lot to start naming. We'll only name a few right now. Big shout-outs to Hallman Construction, Village Caterer, Montana's Cookhouse, who, of course, was feeding us throughout a lot of the week. Big shout-out to them. And McCarter Grespin Lawyers as well. We'll keep naming a few more of those sponsors as we progress through the game. Of course, big shout-out to everyone for helping. Mentioned them once already, but of course the City of Kitchener grounds crew making this field look absolutely beautiful. 3 ball diamonds throughout the course of this one. Plenty to maintain, especially through all that rain, particularly back on Tuesday during a lot more of the U23 portion of the tournament. We had some games, I believe there was at one point a game scheduled for 1:15. It didn't end up running until closer to 8. It's a lot of tough work. A lot of elbow grease from the grounds crew. Keeping things running as smoothly as possible. So things will turn back over once again, now pushing into the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Loggers take the field once again. We'll kick things off with Peter Kavanagh. Guaranteed to see him, Ryan Marr, and Patrick O'Leary. The 6, 7, and 8 batters in this one. The Loggers able to strand 2 men on in the last one. A walk to Bolin to lead off the game. A single from Pomeroy as that one's fouled right back. Over the fence, landed only a few feet away from our on-field announcers. Of course, they have a tent over there. They're pretty well protected, but still pretty close. Again, Leaf already up to 3 strikeouts. Struck out the last 3 in the bottom of the first. Next one swung on. Another foul. A little harder, but also a little bit more foul. For Leaf, that was his 25th pitch. Still plenty of ball game left. Really settled in the tail part of the first inning. Next one, swung on, fouled back. Kavanaugh able to get a piece of it. And a lot riding on these games. Every single one of these runs is going to be incredibly important as we push through. So the count still remains 0-2 on Kavanaugh, the right-handed batter in the box. Leaf gets set with the pitch he wants. Now one upstairs. They'll appeal the check swing over to first. Really did not go on it. Good holding back from Kavanaugh. A pitch upstairs in the box. Really wanted to try. He really thought about swinging at it, but able to hold back. So the count 1-2. Ryan Marr warming up. He's on deck. 1-2 pitch coming in. Swung on. Little dribbler. Rolls its way foul, though. Third baseman Abreu moving his way in a little bit. The defense playing fairly straight up in this one. Say the biggest movement is from the left fielder, Edgington. It's a little bit over and left as that one swung on, drilled over towards left field. Edgington, we just mentioned him, didn't really have to move too much. That one going right in his direction. And one out here to kick off the bottom of the second.
With one out, the batter will be the third baseman, number 23, Ryan Marr.
So that'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Marr. Looking to get on base. Both teams still trying to score the first run of this ball game. Still plenty of time to do so. Still just the bottom of the second. That one swung on, fouled right back. Fans really starting to turn up now. Whole lot in the stands here in Kitchener, Ontario at Peter Hallman Ball-Yard. Of course, thank you so much for tuning in here on CCDTV. If you're not able to make it at home, big national tournament fans from across the country, we really appreciate you checking things out, supporting these teams. Snap pitch just downstairs, evening things out at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here, bottom 2, no men on. Marr set in the box. Leaf set on the mound. That pitch coming in, swung on right up Main Street. No one there to grab it. It drifts over towards center fielder. And a single to give a bit of life right now to the Hitman. Still looking to get ahead in this one. A lot of ball game left, but anytime that you can threaten a little bit with a runner on base, can always be a big momentum booster. O'Leary coming in now. He'd love to tack things on. I'd love to advance that runner any way that he can. That one pitched just inside. Doesn't catch enough of the plate. That'll be ball 1. Corbett warming up on deck before turning things over back to the top of the lineup. Next pitch well upstairs. Saw a little nod from Leaf there. And of course corrected a little bit too hard, almost down and in, then moved up and away. Again, changing those eye levels. Seeing a bit more horizontal movement from Leaf than I'd say that we're seeing as that one catches the zone. 2-1. Yeah, almost two different styles. Clearly almost operating a bit more horizontally. Or vertically, excuse me. Leaf a little bit more left and right in his approach. It's that one downstairs. So it's behind 2-0, now tied 2-2. Leaf able to battle back the pitcher in this one. So a 2-2 count, one out, bottom two. Next one just a bit upstairs. O'Leary able to hold off. Full count here. Again, that's Marr over on first base. The Hitman looking to advance him any way they can. Next pitch, payoff. Upstairs, swung on and missed. The fourth one of the ball game for Leaf, first of the inning.
With 2 outs, the batter will be the right fielder, number 94, Mark Corbett.
So still one man out, now 2 outs. Mark Corbett, the left-handed batter in the box. He's playing right field in this one. Now one bit too high upstairs, ball one. Like we mentioned, if Corbett able to get on, that'll turn things back over to the top of the lineup. Knee-high, the first baseman, very close to the bag. Not wanting to risk anything there. So that one catches the outer part of the plate. Corbett had a slow turn over towards the home plate umpire. Didn't quite agree with the call. Just asked where exactly that was in relation to the zone. So 1-1 count now, 2 outs. Next pitch. That one goes in again. Corbett turned right back to the umpire. Didn't agree with that one. Bit more velocity on that pitch compared to the last. Corbett walks off, takes a second for himself there before getting back in the box. Leaf looking to set things down. Strand another runner out there. That one swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts. Corbett had a couple words for the umpires. He was moving away. Having some discussions. Now Boland going over there, talking to him. Just trying to make sure tensions don't get too high after a couple of those calls were disagreed with. So 5 strikeouts now for Leaf. Good outing from him so far. So still a tie ball game. No runs scored in this one early on. We'll push over to the top of the third. The Hitman taking the field once again. So we'll see Kyle Cowick, Chris Walushka, and then things will turn back over to the top of the order. Both these pitchers been fairly efficient so far. Still no damage done. Cleary, he's back on the mound. He's gotten through 2, given up just 1 hit, struck out 3. Leaf, meanwhile, 2 clean innings, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts. But led the game off with a walk early on. Still no errors, a lot of clean balls so far. Nothing hit too terribly hard. We've seen a lot of soft contact from both these sides. A real pitcher's duel. I know sometimes for fans that cannot always be the most exciting game in the world between these close ones. I'm always a huge fan of a pitcher's duel. The intricacy, the precision that it really takes to be effective as a pitcher in this sport. I love it when it's paying off, and especially when you get to see 2 lights-out guys on the mound at the same time. So we'll start things off with Kyle Cowick. left-handed batter. Looking to kick things off. Both teams would love to break this tie-nil ball game open. First pitch of the at-bat coming in, catches the outer part of the plate. Cowick also disagreeing with those calls. Looks like we're seeing some going both ways for these teams. Cleary has the pitch that he's looking for. He gets set on the mound. Count now 0-1. Next one. Off speed, just dropping into the zone. Great mix of speeds here. Trying to get these batters to almost just freeze in the box. Again, Chris Walushka warming up. Things will turn back over to the top of the lineup from there if they're able to get on. Next one. Called strike 3. Caught him looking at the plate. Cowick again doesn't seem too happy with a strike zone on a couple of those calls. That's now back-to-back strikeouts carrying over from the second for Cleary, his fourth. That'll bring the center fielder, Chris Walushka, up. The second of two Walushkas. Darcy playing over at second base. So 1 out now, top of 3. A very clean ball game so far. Cleary getting set for the first pitch of the at-bat. Now one upstairs. Doesn't catch the plate. Walushka holding back. Didn't really flinch at all on that pitch. Count now 1-0. So the 1-0 pitch, 1 out now, top of 3. And comes in, catches the plate. Walushka going around there. So the count even 1-1, 1 out now, top of 3. Cleary gets set. 1-1, swung on. A little dribbler over towards the third base side, but rolling foul. Really starting to roll through this game now as we enter into the middle innings. Again, 7-inning games. We've seen a few go to extras throughout the course of the week. Again, that's all just due to the level of competitiveness between all these teams. Already another great example early on here. Souk Loggers, Galway Hitman. The 1-2 pitch coming in just a bit outside. Cleary not getting the call, evening things up at 2-2. Count now even. Cleary up to 42 pitches now. Next one, swung on, fouled right back. So plenty of action in store. This is the first of 3 games we'll see today, including the final gold medal game. So the first of 3 here at Diamond 1. This one started at 10 o'clock. The next one should kick off at 12, of course, barring this one going to extras. And then the final game at 3 o'clock later this afternoon. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts in the inning, 3 back-to-back, carrying over from the second. Cleary's 5th strikeout now, starting to really rack him up. 2 strikeouts in the first, 1 in the second, now already 2 in the third.
The right fielder, number 13, Logan Newman.
Again, a beautiful day. Still a little brisk right now, but not too bad. It's going to heat up across the board. Should get up to around 24 here in Kitchener, Ontario. A beautiful day. Not too hot, not too cold. As things turn back to the top of the order, Logan Newman in the box. The right fielder, big swing and a miss on that first pitch. Took a big hack on that one. So Cleary very efficient through this one, really starting to plow through this game. He gets set. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. So already in the pitcher's favor here, 0-2. Pitcher ahead 0-2. Still a tie ball game, no runners on. And gets set. That one swung on. Well high, but well foul down the third base side. Took a second, collecting that ball back in. So the count remains 0-2. Cleary set on the mound once again, 1 strike away from sitting down the side via strikeout. And that one catches the plate. A great inning from Cleary, impressive stuff. Sits down the side, his 4th, his 5th, and his 6th strikeout.
Can they hear us? No, I don't think so. Was live stream yesterday? Do you want to see it? Sure. Yeah. I said, should I pan the camera over really good?
Again, you're watching the Softball Men's Fast Pitch Championships here in Kitchener, Ontario, Peter Hallman Ball Yard. All brought to you by Kitchener Fastball Promotions here on CCDTV. That's Conestoga College Digital TV. I'm Justin Kohler, up in the box for this one. Appreciate you being here, supporting both these teams. Whole lot of action still in store. Thank you for tuning in for the middle of your Labor Day long weekend. Almost depressing to say, the final day of August. Tomorrow, the first day of September already. A great time for some ball just before all the kids getting ready to head back to school. Of course, a lot of parents, I bet, out there happy as well. So Leaf, a couple warm-up pitches. Just gets set as the Loggers take the field once again. Still no damage done across the board. No runs scored. Now pushing into the bottom of the third. We'll see the top of the order once again for Galway. Bolin, Pomeroy, Ezekiel. No matter what, we'll see how it goes further from there. First pitch just a bit downstairs for ball 1. Boland walked back in the first. One of 2 base runners in that inning. Got all the way to second. Galway not able to cash him in, though. Count now 1-0. That one just a bit upstairs again. For Leaf, that was his 44th pitch now. Next one swung on and missed upstairs. Boland trying to get a piece of it. Seems like he's really starting to like those upstairs pitches a little bit more. Both set. That one swung on, drilled over towards left field. It touches the grass. The left fielder, Edgington, collects it, throws it back in. But a big loud single to get things going here in the bottom of the third. His first hit of the day, his second time on base. Great approach so far seen from Boland. The Hitman really trying to threaten each inning. We've seen base runners now every single inning. 2 on in the first, 1 on in the second. Now Boland on here in the third. It's Jordan Pomeroy getting set in the box. That one a bit up and in, having to move out of the way of that pitch. Pomeroy, like we mentioned, singled back in the first. The first of 2 hits so far. Next one, bit down and away. Pomeroy able to hold back. An early 2-0 count here in the batter's favor. Two-0 pitch coming in, swung on, dribbled over towards the second baseman. They'll try it for the takeout. And the throw out on that one, a big double play. Second baseman Darcy Walushka able to go over there. Tag the runner, Boland on his way to second. The quick throw over towards first. So Galway threatened, but now no men on base. As the center fielder, Brad Ezekiel, comes up.
The center fielder, number 11, Brad Ezekiel.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm totally in agreement with the screen. It's actually really hurting my eyes. I don't know what to focus in on. I keep like screen comes in focus and then bad. I'm so used to it.
First pitch of the at-bat upstairs on Ezekiel. He struck out back in the first inning.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
So some pretty big news for 2 of the men on the Galway Hitman squad. The pitcher, Cleary, and Ezekiel now in the box. Or it did already happen. They did appear for Softball Canada during the men's national roster over at the World Games. Great appearances from them. Love that Canadian representation. That took place a bit earlier this month. That was at the start of August over in Chengdu, China. Some great work from them. Great appearances there. Now competing on the national stage once again here at the Canadian Men's Fast Pitch Championships. Count now 2-2 with 2 outs on Ezekiel. That one, check swing, foul back. So Leaf still fairly efficient. Giving up the single, but the defense able to really help out their pitcher here. Great work from Darcy Walushka. If you missed that last play, did a lot of the work himself. It was a grounder over towards second base. He went over, tagged the runner on his way towards the bag. The throw to first. Really good double play here to shut down any momentum coming from the Hitman. Ezekiel ready in the box. The 2-2 pitch coming in, swung on, dribbled, but foul down the third base side. Ezekiel back in the first was the first of 3 back-to-back strikeouts. Leaf now up to 5 in the game so far as the next one swung on, drilled over towards left. A lot of power behind it, but went foul. The left fielder, Edgington, not having to move too far before realizing just how far out it would go. So the count remaining 2-2. 2 out here, tie ball game, bottom 3. Next one comes in just a bit too far down and outside. That'll make it a full count once again here. Walsh on deck if Ezekiel's able to get on. Really entering the heart of the order here. Ezekiel, the number 3. Walsh clean up at 4. The payoff pitch swung on, dribbled foul once again. A good battle between these two. Neither wanting to give in. Great dedication between these two, trying to contribute for their teams. Leave some consistent, solid stuff. Ezekiel, of course, plenty of power behind his bat. The platoon, Leaf and Hunter, communicating, figuring out what pitch they want to throw. Leaf gets set on the mound. The payoff pitch coming in. Now one upstairs. Ezekiel takes ball 4. Second base runner of the inning. Second walk of the game given up by Leaf as well.
Batter will be the first baseman, number 6, Colin Walsh.
That'll bring up the right-handed bat of Colin Walsh, the first baseman. So Ezekiel over at first base now. That one swung on and missed for the first pitch of the at-bat. Walsh 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Walsh just had a couple quick questions for the umpire about where that pitch was in the zone. Leaf getting set, the 0-1 pitch. That one down almost behind Walsh in the box. As Ezekiel able to make use of the opportunity, hustle his way to second. Good stolen base. No catch thrown, still 2 outs here. Would rather risk Ezekiel being over on second than potentially miss the throw. Allow him to go further if it was missed. So an even 1-1 count now, runner in scoring position. That one drilled over to the third baseman, over his head. It drifts over towards left field. And this is going to be a big, loud RBI double off the bat of Colin Walsh, breaking this tie ball game open. The first run of the game. The Hitmen now leading here 1-0. Some great stuff. A solid hit. Just got past the glove of the third baseman, Abreu. So that stolen base really turned things over. So we might be having a bit of a discussion here between the umpires just to see if that one was foul. Very quick, though. And they rule it did stay fair. So a big RBI off the bat of Walsh. He's still over there on second base. The Hitman still threatening now. All that done with 2 outs. I'll bring up Jason Hill, the left-handed bat, into the box. That one called strike on the plate. So the tie officially broken. The Hitman leading 1-0. Time called here. Hill hasn't been too happy with the strike zone of a couple of times so far in this one. Again, struck out back in the first inning. So the count now 0-1. Still 2 outs here. Runner in scoring position. That one's a bit high upstairs. Evening things out at 1 apiece. If Hill able to get on, Kavanaugh warming up in the box. The 1-1 count. Swung on, a little dribbler to the third baseman. A routine throw over towards first, but the damage already done. A big 2-out RBI double from Colin Walsh. Breaks this game open. The Hitmen now leading 1-0. So it was a pretty quiet start to the game. Very good pitchers duel. But now we have 1 run scored as we push into the top of the 4th. We'll take another opportunity to thank a few more of our sponsors throughout this entire tournament. Again, none of this possible without their continuous support. Big shout-outs over to Iron Horse Financial Solutions, MTE Consultants, Expressway Ford New Hamburg, Conestoga College, of course, heading up this entire broadcast. Helped me to sound as pretty as possible here on air. And to MHBC, McNaughton, Hempson, Britton, Clarkson, Planning Limited as well. Big shout-out to all those sponsors. None of this possible without their support. Love seeing all the fan support here. Starting to get a little bit warmer. A couple umbrellas starting to be pulled out just to block off the sunshine. Going to be a beautiful day here in Kitchener, Ontario. I'd argue it's the best forecast, best weather day here throughout this entire tournament. Again, gotten a little bit of everything. Plenty of clouds, plenty of rain. A bit of sun mixed in as well. Just love to see that we're wrapping up this week's tournament. 3 games today with some beautiful sunny skies. And again, we'll see if that starts to come into play as we start to push through, particularly once we hit high noon. That sun could be a bit of a factor on some of these flyouts, some of these pop-outs as well. Of course, already plenty of sunglasses on by all the players across the board. This is the lone morning game. Kicked off at about 10 o'clock. 1 more scheduled after this at noon and another at 3. Big gold medal game on the way a bit later. So Loggers back in the box once again. Cleary on the mound looking to continue his work. That's a Bray in there for the Loggers. Struck out back in the first. Cleary has his pitch set for the first pitch of the new inning. Bounced a bit outside. So we'll see the 2, 3, and 4 batters. That's Abreu, Hunter, and Knee-High. Hunter warming up on deck. He singled back in the first. We'll see him in just a minute. Abreu, the third baseman. Love to get things back in their momentum, tie up this ball game. There's that one just a bit too far downstairs out of the zone. Good check swing from Abreu. Nearly went around, but able to hold back. Again, the defense still fairly straight up in this one. Not pulling too far in either direction. Cleary takes a second over on the mound. Wouldn't be shocked if he tries to start slowing down the pace of play here a little bit now that his team leads 1-0. He's set with the pitch. The 2-0 count coming in. That one inside. We'll bring it to an early 3-0 count on Abreu. The Loggers still just one hit in this one, 5 strikeouts across the board. As we're well into the middle innings here, top of 4. 3-0 pitch upstairs, a 4-pitch walk. Bray earning his base.
Now at bat, the catcher, number 12, Blake Hunter.
It's the first walk we've seen from Cleary so far. Like we mentioned, he's given up 1 hit, struck out 5 in this one. Now up to 52 pitches. So that'll bring up Hunter. Again, he's singled back in the first. He's 1 for 1. Now with a runner on base, Bray over there. The first pitch of the at-bat swung on and missed. So after a 4-pitch walk, Cleary comes back with a first pitch strike call. Still been very efficient through this one, really dominating the strike zone, moving around the eye levels of these batters. And Cleary getting set. The 0-1 pitch coming in. Now an off-speed upstairs, doesn't fall back into the zone. That'll even things up at 1-1. So the count 1-1 here. A 1-0 ball game. Galway leading right now, top of 4. Next pitch swung on, missed. Great pitch upstairs in the zone. Hunter just not able to get to it. It'll push you to a 1-2 count now. Bray still over at first base. The Loggers would love to advance him any way, shape, or form. He's the tying run. Hunter, the go-ahead run right now. He'd love to get on with another hit, try and get his second of the ball game. The 1-2 pitch coming in. That one down inside. So if Hunter's able to get high, get on knee high, on deck. Count now even, 2-2. None out. Next pitch, swung on, dribbled, just past the glove of the shortstop. It finds the grass over in left field. So after a 4-pitch walk, Hunter gets on base as well. Now a runner in score position, 2 men on.
Now at bat, the first baseman,
Great piece of hitting. Not hit terribly hard. But again, that's been kind of the consistency so far on this one. No one really barreling them up. Just great locations, great spots to be hitting these balls. Just past a lot of the gloves of the defense on both sides. So right after the Hitman get ahead, the Loggers now threatening. Gonna have a meeting on the mound. Galway gonna try and do everything they can to keep this game exactly where it is. Still a very close game back and forth.
28, Jared Cooper.
So again, Bray over at second base. He's the tying run. Hunter now on first. It's the go-ahead run. For the first time today, the Loggers really starting to threaten in this one. It's their first runner in scoring position of the game. Not their first hit. Hunter now 2 for 2. He's singled in the first. Now singled again here in the top of the fourth. So Cleary looking to shut this down. Still no outs here as well. 2 men on. They're still throwing the ball around a bit after that meeting on the mound. Both teams plenty to discuss. The Hitman hoping to shut this down. The Loggers looking to really capitalize. Their first big opportunity of the ball game. So it looks like we've seen a runner come in over on second base. That's Cooper there now. Hunter's still over at first. Knee-high, the first baseman. Left-handed hitter in the box now. So the game gets set to continue here in the top of the fourth. Cleary getting set. He has his pitch on the mound. And the first pitch of the at-bat. Nolan catches the inner part of the plate. Knee-high turning back. A couple of comments for the umpire on that one. See him shaking his head a little bit. A few disagreements in this one. Some even discussion on both sides, though. Both teams almost looking back to the umpire at different points throughout this game. So no 1 count. 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Next pitch swung on, drilled right up Main Street. It goes towards center field. That's going to cash in. 1 run. Not a big chance on the play there. Throw made from the center fielder. That's Ezekiel over towards the catcher. So an RBI hit off the bat of Knee-high. Hunter advances over towards second base. And just as easily as this nothing ball game got changed into a 1-run game, Galway getting ahead. The Loggers immediately bounce back, tying things up, still threatening here as well. Back-to-back singles given up. Bray, he came in on that one. He got on via a 4-pitch walk. Still none outs here, a very dangerous position. Momentum shifted incredibly quickly. I believe we're going to see another runner out there over at second base. Edgington now in the box. I believe that's Jesse Grieve at second as that one's grounded. The tag over at the second baseman. They make their throw, get the force out at second as well. So from none out to 2 out, eliminating any chance of having a runner in scoring position. They got the tag out on Grieve as he was on his way over towards third. They made the throw over towards second. That got out Knee-high on his way over. So a fielder's choice double play on this one.
With 1 out, the batter is the second baseman, number 24, Darcy Walushka.
So Edgington still on first. That'll bring up Darcy Walushka. First pitch to him coming in upstairs. Cleary, a big tumble on the mound. He's down. Might have caught a little bit of a divot there. Throws the glove off immediately. Coach coming out just to see how he's doing. The team gathered on him out. He's still hunched over back there. They're checking on him. It was a big, hard tumble there. The catcher, O'Leary, coming over, digging up some of the dirt, straightening things out. Might have a bit of a pause in this one. They're really just going to see if he's all right. A tough time for that one. Looks like he might be coming out of the game. He's over in the dugout. We'll keep you updated with any changes for the time being. So it does look like we are going to have a pitching change here. Colin Walsh coming into pitch. And so we mentioned this squad usually likes to, anytime that they have a pitcher, they have a dedicated pitcher and a catcher. So we did see Cleary and O'Leary. So we're going to have the same movement made as well. So that'll be Pittman swapping in at catcher. Again, we'll try and keep you updated on this change as we go through. Cleary officially out of the game. Of course, with the injury, a few warm-up pitches. Still a great day for a ball game here. The Loggers now ahead in this one. So while we have the opportunity, we'll keep you updated on the other game that's going on right now. That's the Masters bronze medal game over on Diamond 2. It's between the Saskatoon Brewers and the Waterdown Hammer. Waterdown right now leading 3-2. The winner will go on to the gold medal game a bit later. That's against the Coburg Force. The loser still goes home with a bronze medal, so still with something. But of course, everyone trying to fight for that gold here in this one. So it looks like things are starting to get set. After that decision was made, both teams also taking the opportunity to talk things over. Still a one-run ball game, but a big momentum shift. The Loggers now up 2-0 right now. Or 2-1, excuse me. So there's a bit of a delay. Looks like we're back underway. Walushka going to be in the box. Excuse me, a 1-1 ball game. Our scoreboard out in the outfield seemed to have got a little ahead of itself. Still 2 outs here. Things quickly turned around after a fielder's choice double play. Comes off the bat of Edgington. He's over there at first base now. So back in action here. The 2-0 count, drilled over towards the third baseman. Routine throw over towards first. A lengthier inning, but just as quickly as this game was broken open in a tie, broken open from that tie, things tied up once again. Again, you're watching the Softball Canada Men's Fast Pitch Championships. It's all here in Kitchener, Ontario at Peter Hallman Ball Yard. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Sunday morning, a beautiful Sunday morning. Sunday of the long Labor Day long weekend. Plenty of fans in attendance as well. A lot of those sweaters starting to come off, starting to get warmer and warmer as the morning progresses. So again, the start of this game was fairly efficient. Both pitchers were really starting to churn through batters here. Started off Leaf and Cleary. Cleary has since come out. But really the tail end of that third inning and the top of the fourth really slowed down things once again. A few more base runners, a lot more action than we saw to kick things off. So Leaf still out there on the mound. Kavanaugh coming in. He'll be the first batter in this one. We'll see the 6, 7, and 8 batters for sure. That's Peter Kavanaugh, Ryan Marr, and Patrick O'Leary. Kavanaugh flew out in his last one over to the left field. He's 0 for 1. So still a tie ball game. Plenty of action still to go. First pitch of the at-bat. Plenty of speed on it. Well upstairs, though. Saw Leaf almost do a bit of an extension there, stretching left and right. He's set on the mound once again. The 1-0 pitch. That one in there catches the plate, evening things up at 1-1. Beautiful day for ball. Sun right up high in the sky. The 1-1 pitch coming in. That one Kavanaugh holds off. Pitch just outside. That'll bring it to 2-1. If Kavanaugh's able to get on, Marr up next. He's singled back in the second. The 1-1 coming in. Big swing and a miss there. Might have been a foul tip off the bat. That'll make it a 1-2 count. So time called on the mound. Leaf just taking a second. Both teams once again looking to break up this even tie ball game. Very great battle between these two pitchers. Leaf settled down a little bit, collected 5 strikeouts early on, just through 2 innings. Gave up a run off the bat of Walsh back in the third. The 2-2 pitch swung on. Drilled grounder over towards the first baseman. An easy little trek to the bag. And a quick first out. The first baseman, Nihai, able to do all the work himself.
With 1 out, the batter is the third baseman, number 23, Ryan Marr.
So that'll bring up Ryan Marr, the third baseman in this contest. Again, 1 for 1, singled back in the second. First pitch to him. Catches the inner part of the plate. For Leaf, that was now his 72nd pitch of the ball game. 1 out here, the 0-1. Swung on, drilled over towards center field. It finds the gap over in right center. It's back. It hits all the way back towards the wall. And Marr able to turn all the way towards second base. A big loud double 2 for 2 in the ball game for him. As the Hitmen pulled ahead with a 1-0 lead. Lost it. Suk able to tie things up again, 1-1. And now another chance to bust open the tie a second time. As Pittman now in. He swapped out for the catcher O'Leary with that pitching change. So 1 hit, 1 out so far in the inning. First pitch to him upstairs. Pittman might have been showing to bunt there. Able to hold back the first baseman, knee high, moving in. The third baseman, Abreu, moving in as well. Protecting against that potential bunt situation, trying to advance Marr over towards third. Time called. Leaf will collect himself on the mound. It's a very competitive ball game so far. 2 very evenly matched teams. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. A big hack there from Pittman. That likely could move the first and third baseman back here. Quite the swing from Pittman after showing bunt initially. So Kavanaugh, ground out victim to kick things off. Marr, a big loud double. He's over at second. Next one shows bunt again. That one just dribbles out just in front of the catcher. They'll make the throw towards first to get the out. But the job done. Marr advances over towards third on the sacrifice bunt. The Hitmen now just 60 feet away from breaking this tie ball game once again. That'll bring up Corbett. 0 for 1 in this one. A strikeout victim back in the second. Left-handed batter. Plenty of space over and right to find some grass. Is that one a big hack? Right by him, though, for strike 1. So Marr now all the way over on third base. The 0-1 pitch comes in upstairs. Trying to induce a bit of swing and miss on there. But Corbett just not biting at it. Count now even 1-1. Big situation with 2 men out. That one catches the plate in the outer portion. Corbett did not move an inch through that one. Might not have been the pitch he was looking for. It's the count now 1-2. Runner still in scoring position. That's Marr over at third. The next pitch swung on and missed upstairs. A big strike 3 called. 6th strikeout now for Leaf. A big situation to get out of. The Hitman threatened there. The Hitmen, next time they're back around, they'll lead things off back to the top of the order. Well, that'll move us now to the top of the 5th inning. Again, you're watching the Softball Canada Men's Fast Pitch Championships here in Kitchener, Ontario at Peter Hallman Ball Yard. I'm Justin Kohler up in the box for this one. Thank you so much for tuning in here on CCDTV. That's Conestoga College Digital TV. Of course, big thanks to all the fans, all the friends and family in attendance here at the Ball Yard. But of course, a big shout out to you as well watching on the broadcast. Always appreciate you being here. Be sure to let us know where you're from. Of course, already seen some people in the chat from Victoria, BC. Of course, cheering on the Suk Loggers in this one. Big national tournament teams from all across the country, east and west, here in Kitchener, Ontario, for this week's action. An absolutely beautiful day for ball as well. For those in attendance here, it's about 17 degrees right now in Kitchener, Ontario. The forecast really is just calling for plenty of blue skies, maybe some slight smaller clouds rolling in at about 2 o'clock. That'll be right before that big 3 o'clock game later this afternoon. But besides that, an absolutely beautiful day today. Highest it should go today is about 22 degrees. We'll see how that changes as we go. Always able to make comments about your weather forecast. Sometimes can change really in a heartbeat. So Walsh back on the mound. He came in for Cleary a bit earlier. Wilson first in the box for the Loggers. So Wilson back in. Big swing and a miss. For Walsh, it was just his 4th pitch. Count early 0-2 in his favor. Next pitch coming in upstairs. Still a tie ball game, 1 run apiece. Top of 5, starting to push through the middle innings, starting to get towards the tail part of this game. Very competitive matchup. The next pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 called, first strikeout for Walsh in this one.
Batting with 1 out, the designated player, number 40, Kyle Cowan.
So Cowick, the designated hitter, back up. Strikeout victim, he led off the 3rd inning. As Walsh now set on the mound. First pitch of the at-bat, swung on, drilled right back foul. Right in the direction of the box up here. Cowick, the left-handed bat. Plenty of power in that swing. He would love to barrel one up here. Trying to break this tie ball game once again. Pitch from Walsh comes in, big swing and a miss, a big hack at that one. Just really trying to bust this one open. Again, I mentioned it a bit earlier, but not too windy of a day, not too high of wind speeds expected. So there should be some pretty straight up ball throughout the 3-game schedule today here on Diamond 1. Next pitch well high upstairs. Cowick having to move out of the way of that one. Likely trying one of 2 things. Either trying to just see if he can get the swing and miss on the upstairs pitch, or now potentially setting up an off-speed pitch, looking fairly similar to drop back down in the zone. Trying to change up these eye levels a little bit. Sometimes pitchers liking to go from one extreme to the other to just change these eye lines a bit. That pitch swung on and missed. Back into the bottom part of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Walsh.
2 out, the next batter is the center fielder, number 11, Chris Walushka.
So looking back to the live chat here. One viewer from North Carolina, Jordan Pomeroy's, and thank you so much for tuning in. He's been doing great. A whole lot of great action over the past few days. Of course, everyone happy to get a whole lot of support from across the country. Across the continent as well, with that being in North Carolina. Big thank you for tuning in for this one. So 2 outs now. Next one pops well high. Goes behind the fans over on the first base sign. It's Chris Walushka now up, the center fielder. Malushka, the right-handed batter, struck out back in the third. He was the 5th strikeout at the time for Cleary, but he's since out of the ball game. Walsh gets set on the mound. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Again, the platoon of Cleary and O'Leary swapped out after Cleary took a tumble on the mound. Really took a lot of time to try and collect himself. Ultimately pulled from this ball game. Now the platoon of Walsh and Pittman in. Pittman behind the plate. So still an even ball game. Neck and neck, these two teams. This has very much been in the hands of the pitchers in this one. A lot of strong stuff from both sides. The 0-2 pitch. That one just a bit upstairs. Oh, no, called strike 3 on that one. Bit of a delayed call from the umpire there. So that's 3 strikeouts all in a row. Walsh coming in dominant. So 3 sat down all in a row. The Loggers will kick back off with the top of the order when they come back. And as the Loggers now take the field, the Hitman as well will start things off top of the order. So Boland, Pomeroy, and Ezekiel for sure going to be appearing in this one. So we now turn to the bottom of the 5th. Leaf back on the mound once again. Been very efficient, very solid through this one. Just the 1 run given up. Leaf so far 4 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 6 and walked 2 in the game so far. We'll give you the final line for Cleary as well after he's now out of the ball game. He went through 3 2/3, gave up just 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 6, 1 walk as well. Walsh came in for him, already threw an inning and a third. 3 strikeouts, no hits, no walks, no runs from him. So Boland in the box. He'll lead things off in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one just downstairs, out of the zone. Boland 1 for 1. A walk in the 1st inning and a single back in the 3rd. Some very good plate discipline, some great vision at the plate from him. It's the 1-0 pitch getting set. That one swung on, drilled over towards the gap in left center. It's going back just in front of the left fielder. He's able to get it in pretty quickly, though. And a single off the bat of Shane Boland to kick things off here in the bottom of the 5th. It's now 2 singles from him, a walk as well. It was now the 3rd time that he's led off the inning. He led off the 1st, he led off the 3rd, now led off the 5th. Really trying to set the tone here for the Hitman early on in this one. Been a great contributor so far, trying to boost morale any way that he can for this team. First pitch, called strike in there. That's on Jordan Pomeroy. He's 1 for 2, a single back in the 1st. Grounded into a double play in the 3rd. And the next pitch hits Pomeroy in the back. Great job by him to be able to turn to get in front of it. A lot better to take it in the back than anywhere else. He'll take the free bag. Doesn't look like he's all too hurt by it. Big thumbs up there, letting him know that he's all right. So putting his body on the line there, and that'll put 2 men on. Boland over at second, Pomeroy now at first. Still none out here. 1 runner in scoring position, bottom 5. Galway really starting to threaten in this one. The big bat of Ezekiel up now. First pitch downstairs, out of the zone for ball 1. Ezekiel 0 for 1, struck out back in the first, walked his way on base back in the third. He's the lone run for the team. So some big at-bats coming up. Leaf trying to shut them down. So that one to pit upstairs. Big check swing from Ezekiel. Beautiful day. Some great ball being played as well. Both teams threatening at different points throughout this ball game. The 2-0 pitch swung on, drilled well high over towards left field. Whole lot of lift on that one. Rocket in the sky. The left fielder Edgington able to get underneath it though. Not quite far enough back to advance either of these runners. So a big loud first out.
With 1 out, the batter will be the pitcher, number 6.
That'll bring up
Colin Walsh.
the first baseman, Colin Walsh, to the plate. He drove in the lone run back in the third. A big RBI double from him. Struck out back in the first. First pitch to him, drilled right up Main Street past the glove of the second baseman. It's going to score 1 for sure to break the tie. Pomeroy able to get all the way over towards third on that one. Another RBI, this time a single off the bat of Colin Walsh. Great stuff from him, great heads up. Boland able to advance all the way home on that one. So now runners at the corners, still one in scoring position here. That'll bring up Jason Hill. Gonna have a meeting on the mound before then though. So Walsh collecting both RBIs in this one. Some great at-bats from him, a single and a double. Catcher going out there to talk with his pitcher for a second. Collect himself a little bit, just to buy a little bit of time. Might be seeing a pitching change here as well. I believe that'll be Tyson Barkman coming in. He'll be swapping out for Leaf in this one on the mound. Of course, these being pretty big games, neither team afraid to really use the tools at their disposal. So Leaf was very efficient to kick things off. But a couple loud hits throughout this one will take him out of the ball game. Looks like Dwyer will be going over towards first base. A pinch runner coming in. The new pitcher, still some warm-up pitches. Great game so far. The tie ball game broken up for a second time now. Galway went ahead, a run back in the third. The Loggers tying things up in the fourth, and now breaking it open once again in the fifth. But still neither team busting ahead. It's really been a battle between the pitchers on this one. Starting to see some louder contact, some harder hit stuff as we really make our way forward in this game. Saw a lot of soft contact at the start, but things really starting to develop now that we're getting towards the latter part of those middle innings towards the end. Very pivotal time in this ball game. Still 2 men on, just 1 out. Barkman getting all set. He's really hacking up the mound out there, just getting things prepped before he really gets his work underway. So again, Pomeroy still over at third. He got hit by a pitch to get on base. I believe that's Todd Belton now over at first base. And Jason Hill now in the box, the big left-handed bat. That pitch called strike. The fans starting to get a whole lot louder here at Peter Hallman Ball Yard as well. Galway, big opportunity for them here. Kavanaugh warming up. He'll be next. Next pitch. That one doesn't catch enough of the plate. The catcher Hunter really tried to frame that one up, but didn't go his pitcher's way. Sorry, I believe that's Jared Pico over at first base now. Pomeroy at third. That one swung on, fouled right back. Bit of a 3D moment as that one is coming right in the direction of the box up here. These fences a huge safety feature at these ball games. The count now 1-2. Hill in the box. That one swung on, drilled over to right field. It hits the grass. The right fielder Newman gets it in, but the runner advancing all the way to third on the play. Another RBI driven in. Big opportunity made by Jason Hill. Can hear all the fans there. Great support for this team. And in what was a tie ball game or a one-run game throughout this entire stretch, the first two-run lead of the ball game. Pomeroy able to come in. So back-to-back RBI singles. The Hitman trying to widen this one open. Still runners on the corners. It's now Pico on third. Hill at first, Kavanaugh in the box. He swings, just drills this one, but foul down the third base side. (3-1) the score now, bottom five. The first real split that we've seen in the score throughout this contest. Very important time for both these teams as that one's in the dirt. We'll see if there's a play at home. Oh, the runner at third caught up in between bases. Bit of a rundown. He's on his way home. We'll see how it works out. Tagged. Not able to get all the way home on that one. But all that movement will allow Jason Hill to round all the way over towards third base. Great base running from him amidst all that action. So very loud second out in this one. Still a runner in scoring position. Hill now just 60 feet away from tacking on another run. So a wild pitch there. Pico tried to go home on it. Immediately had to turn back as the catcher was able to track it fast enough. And then got caught in a rundown between third base and home. Next pitch swung on, drilled over towards left field. That one touches the ground in front of the left fielder. He collects it, throws it into second, and yet another RBI single here. Hill able to come home on it. Very easy for him to do so after advancing all the way over towards third during the time it took for that rundown. And so 3 RBI singles back to back to back. 4-1 the score now. The widest lead that we've seen throughout this entire ball game of what's been a very even, very competitive one between these two teams. Mar now in the box. That one catches the top of the plate, strike one. A 3-run inning now, bottom 5. Mar gets set. That one just drifts a bit too far off the plate. Evening things at 1-1. So Boland able to single to lead off the inning. Pomeroy hit by pitch, he got on. Ezekiel flew out, runners stayed exactly where they were. Next pitch swung on foul. Walsh, RBI single. Jason Hill, RBI single. And Peter Kavanaugh, another RBI single. Incredible stuff here so far. Of course, Pico caught in a rundown between third and home. That was how that second out came to pass. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning into the Softball Canada Men's Fast Pitch Championships. Great game to be tuning in for. The 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled back. Kavanaugh still over at first base after that RBI single. Barkman, that was his 11th pitch of the at-bat now, or of the inning, excuse me. If Mark can get on, that's Pittman warming up. Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Big way to get out of it, but a whole lot of damage done. So a big, loud inning. The Hitman, the first dominant lead we've seen this game. Now ahead 4-1 as we push into the top of the 6th. Just 2 innings left for go. 2 opportunities for the Souk Loggers to try and tie up this ball game. Some big claps from all the fans in attendance. Really entertained through that inning. And while we have a chance, we'll take one more opportunity to thank a few more of our sponsors here, of course. None of this possible without their support. Some big thanks to both the City of Kitchener and the City of Waterloo. Of course, shout out to the City of Kitchener grounds crew who's been making this entire field look as nice as it has. Molson's a big fan favorite here at the ballpark as well. Explore Waterloo and Wood Rescue Canada. Again, we ran through the whole list of sponsors. Plenty to thank throughout this ball game. None of this possible without their continued support. Speaking of which, none of this possible without your support as well, of course. Plenty of fans in attendance, plenty of fans watching at home. Thank you so much for tuning in here on CCDTV. That's Conestoga College Digital TV. I'm Justin Kohler. I'm up in the box on this one. I'll be here throughout the entire course of the day. Should be a whole lot of fun. Make sure you're tuning in. And of course, then a big shout out to everyone who's watching as well. Speaking of national tournament, we've wanted to get to hear everyone who's really tuning in from across the country. Of course, we've already heard from people in the chat from North Carolina, Victoria, BC. Love the incredible support that we've seen here at the ballpark. As this one gets underway, things will turn back over to the top of the lineup now. Logan Newman up to the plate. 0 for 2, popped up in the first, a strikeout victim back in the third. Next one swung on, just past the glove of the second baseman. It rolls its way over towards right field. Right fielder Corbett able to get it in fairly cleanly, but a single to get things going for the Loggers. Seeing someone else in the chat chiming in from Toronto. Of course, Toronto in this tournament as well. Whole lot of teams from across the country, both west and east. Whole lot of support from both sides. Abray now in the box. And so, yes, this is a big elimination game as that one's driven between the first and second baseman. That goes over to right. Newman making the turn all the way over towards third, and suddenly runners on the corners. The Loggers starting to threaten. And yes, be sure to tune in throughout the course of the day today. And so, yeah, a bit of an update here just in terms of how this will all play out. The winner of this one will continue to the next game. That'll be coming up, currently scheduled for 12:30. We'll see if that sticks right now as this game's still well underway. Hunter in the box now. Says the winner of this one will go on to face, I believe, the Saskatoon Jacks at 12:30. The loser going home, unfortunately, unhappy. No, excuse me. The Saskatoon Jacks, I believe, are already set for the final. Those with the scoring. The winner of this one will go on to face Ontario won that team after they fell 4-1 against the Saskatoon Jacks yesterday. The loser going home. Then the winner of that one will then go to the final. So still 2 more games on the docket today. So Abray over at first. Newman now at third. That one swung on, fouled back. Hunter, 2 for 2 in this one. A single in the first. And a single in the fourth as well. Next one coming in, swung on. Drilled, it stays fair. Went over the head of the third baseman. It's over towards left field. They're able to get it in, but a big RBI double off the bat of Hunter scores Newman at home. Hunter now over at, or Abray over at third. Hunter standing over at second. A lot of damage getting done, still with none out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 41, Scott Ehai.
So things getting a little dicey out there for Walsh. 2 back-to-back singles, now a double. The Loggers really looking to bounce back. Knee-high now in the box. So 4-2 ball game now. The tying run now at second base. The go-ahead run in the box. Next pitch coming in, swung on, drilled. It hits the pitcher, bounces off him, drifts over towards the second baseman, not able to come up with it cleanly. Another run will score once again. Runners at the corners. That one hit pretty hard. We'll see how it's ruled. I believe that one will still be ruled as a hit after bouncing right off the pitcher. No real great opportunity on the play.
Left fielder, number 15, Edgington.
So 4 back-to-back hits here in the top of the 6th, really changing the dynamic in this game. The winner of this one moving on to face Toronto. Loser going home. Some do-or-die games coming up in this one. Walsh getting set on the mound. That's Edgington back in the plate. Big hack, swing and a miss on that one. So that's Hunter now standing over at third base. He's the tying run. Knee-high at first. He's the go-ahead run. A lot still on the table. No outs here in the top of the sixth. Another one swung on and missed. Foul tip up in the zone. Edgington 0 for 2. A flyout back in the second. Grounded into a fielder's choice double play back in the fourth. Some big moments coming up. And then that one swung on and missed. Now in a bit high out of the zone. Walsh able to get the swing and miss on that one for strike 3 called.
With 1 out.
For Walsh, that's now his 4th strikeout. Struck out the side back in the 5th. Was able to get the 7, 8, and 9 batters, all by the way a strikeout. And Darcy Walushka now up, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2, a fly out in the second, grounded out back in the 4th. Still 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. But very impressive, great mentality from the Sioux Loggers to turn things around. They were down 4-1 coming into the inning. Now a 1-run lead, now 1 run behind, now 4-3. Walushka getting set in the box. Next pitch in there for a strike. It'll be a quick 0-2. Walsh now up to 28 pitches. A very tight one here. The next pitch swung on, fouled back. Walushka able to stay alive here. The tying run just 60 feet away over at third. Still just 1 out. Anything to the outfield will likely tie up this ball game. So that one swung on, grounded over towards the third baseman. Not able to come up with it cleanly. It's behind him. Everyone's going to be safe. Almost looks like Marr was a bit more concerned of eyeing down that runner. Did a good job at that. He stayed there, but the other two able to advance and get over to first base safely.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 20.
So Knee-high now over at second base. Walushka over at first. We will see how that one is called, though. Of course, the third baseman, Marr, not able to come up with it cleanly. That allowed Walushka to get all the way over towards first. Over in Gus Wilson up to the plate. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So time called here. Walsh collecting himself, a very dangerous situation to be in. Bases loaded. I believe they're still going to be ruling that a single. So that was for Walushka there. The third baseman, Marr, they're ruling that he elected to just hold the runner at third instead of trying to get the out. Not sacrificing a throw to potentially draw in another run. So Hunter at third, Knee-high at second, Walushka at first, Wilson up in the plate. The 1-0 pitch coming in. That one falls in, a good off-speed upstairs to catch the plate. Evening things up at 1-1 with 1 out. Very high pressure situation. Every one of these throws increasing the tension between these teams. The 1-1 pitch comes in upstairs. That'll bring it to a 2-1 count. We'll see how patient Wilson is here. A walk would score a run as well, tie up this ball game. Of course, everyone would love to get a hit, play a bit of hero ball. So 2-1, the count in the batter's favor right now. Next one comes in, swung on, grounded. The shortstop makes the play, makes the throw home. No try for that throw at first, but they get the force at home. No runs coming in. So fielder's choice off Wilson. The bases will still remain loaded. So Nehigh advances over to third. Walushka now at second. Wilson over at first. That'll bring up the designated hitter in this one, Kyle Cowick. Still a big opportunity, though. Now 2 outs in the inning. Next one swung on and missed. Some good velocity from Walsh there. And a big hack from Cowick at the plate. So Nehigh is the tying run at third. Walushka, the go-ahead run at second. Wilson over at first. The time called. And the catcher, Pittman, going out there. An opportunity to talk over the next sequence they want to go over. The Hitman still leading in this one, 4-3, a 1-run ball game. Everything said and done, it's been an incredibly close contest between these two teams. A tie ball game for about 3 innings, a tied ball game at 1 apiece for a few innings as well. That one, big swing and a miss, big hack from Cowick. Cowick 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth. Left-handed batter in the box. The 0-2 coming in. That one just a bit outside. Some good plate discipline from Cowick there. Pressure still continuing to boil. Top of the 6th. Getting to later portions of this one. Time called. Cowick on that one. Just wanted an extra second. Potentially just try and throw off the timing of the pitcher, Walsh. Very open stance in the box. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout there to strand 3 runners, but the Loggers battle back in an incredible way. Down 4-1, entering into the top of the 6th. They leave still just down by 1 run now, 4-3.
2 runs on 5 hits and 3 left on base.
I think that inning alone really just showed just how competitive these teams are. A lot of the underappreciated portion of these ball games is the mental aspect that goes along with it. When you're in a tie ball game, a 1-run ball game throughout much of the game, really 80% of it, and then one team busts it open, really breaks things through with a big inning, sometimes it's really hard to battle back. Great job on the Loggers there to really collect themselves, level things out, and make it a 1-run ball game once again. So the ball now shifted once again over towards the Hitman's court. Guaranteed to see the 8, the 9, and the number 1 hitter as things turn over. So that'll be Pittman, Corbett, and Boland. Guaranteed to see in this one. Of course, still plenty of options over on the bench. A lot of tools for these teams to try and go to late in the ball game. Barkman back on the mound. He came in for Leash in the last one. So once again, you're watching the Softball Canada the Softball Canada Men's Fast Pitch Championships here at Peter Hallman Ball Yard. The U23 portion of the tournament ended just a couple days ago. We're now well into the men's Masters portions.
Is the catcher, number 14.
Tournament wrapping up by the end of today. Again, the loser in this one will go home. The winner will go on to face Toronto. That'll be coming up. It was scheduled for 12:30. We'll see how things shake up. And then the winner of that one will then go to face the Saskatoon Jacks in the finals. That'll be coming up, currently scheduled for 3:30. So still a lot of action in store. A whole lot of ball left to be played for your Sunday. Hitman, the catcher, now in the box. Right-handed batter. 0 for 0 in this one. A sacrifice bunt back in the fourth. He'd love to get another man on here. Is that one out of the hands of the catcher, back towards the backstop. No men on, though. No danger there. We'll take one more big look at the defensive alignment for the Loggers out there. So Barkman and Hunter, that's the platoon for today. Barkman the pitcher, Hunter the catcher. Knee-high over at first. Walushka over at second. That's Darcy Walushka. That one swung on, fouled back. Abray at third and Wilson at short to round out the infield. And then Edgington in left. Walushka over in center. And that's Chris Walushka in center, the second of two Walushkas, and then Newman over in right. Been pretty consistent. No big defensive changes throughout the game so far in either direction. So 1-2 pitch comes in, swung on, fouled back. Good job from Pittman to stay alive. Back in his first at-bat, he showed bunt on the first swing, but really ever since then he's been taking some pretty mean hacks. Ended up with the sacrifice bunt anyway back in the fourth. The first and third baseman having to respect both options. Not advancing too far forward. So that one popped up. The pitcher able to make easy work of it. A few feet forward to get underneath it. A quick one out here. So Corbett will be up next, the right fielder in this one. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. After him, it'll turn back over to the top of the order. Barkman set the first pitch of the at-bat. Bit too far downstairs, ball one. So 1-0 the count, 1 out now, bottom 6. That pitch swung on, fouled right back. A good mix of speed so far coming from the pitcher Barkman. And an absolutely beautiful day here for some ball. About 12:20 Eastern, the time. The 1-1 pitch coming in from Barkman. That one swung on, fouled back once again. Really mixing up these times so far in this one. Corbett a bit late to a couple pitches, fouling them off. We'll see what he comes in with. He's tried to really speed him up with the fastball. Wouldn't be too shocked to see something off speed on this next. Another fastball, fouled right back. The defense looks like they're playing him to play fairly up the middle. Both the right and the left fielders shaded over towards center a tad bit, so a big gap over in right field. We'll see how Corbett turns around on it. Barkman taking a sec. He's back in there. He's got the pitch he's looking for. He gets set. And the delivery pitch coming in. That one a bit too far downstairs. Evening things up at 2-2. For Barkman, that was his 22nd pitch. Again, the Galway Hitmen still leading 4-3 against the Sauk Loggers. And that one swung on. A lot of lift on that one. The shortstop ranging back into the grass makes the play. And suddenly 2 outs here. No big dangers in the inning so far. But that'll turn things back over to the top of the order for the Hitmen. Boland, he's 2 for 2, a walk in the first, a single in the third, and a single in the fifth. He's batted with the base paths nice and clear every single time. Led off the first inning, led off the third, the fifth. And this is the first time he's coming up not leading off the inning. Count now 1-0 on him. 2 outs now. That one swung on, popped up well high. The third baseman coming in. Easy play underneath it. So no damage done. We'll go into the top of the 7th. Just 1 run separating these 2 teams.
In the bottom of the 6th, Galway hit them, nothing across.
So great game so far. Again, very even between these 2 teams. We've seen the leads change a couple times right now. For the most part, we've been sitting in a 1-run ball game. Sat at a tie at a couple points. Galway busted it open 4-1 at one point. The Loggers battling back, making it 4-3. But right now it's the last chance for the Loggers to battle back, try and tie things up. Push things to the bottom of the 7th if they can tie it up here. Would love to go into that portion of the inning with a lead. We saw a lot of their potential right in the top of the 6th. Great battle to get a couple runs back on the board. So it looks like we're still going to see Walsh out there on the mound for the Hitmen as they take the field. We'll give you one more check of the defensive alignment, this time for the Galway Hitmen. So it's Walsh, Pittman, the platoon, Walsh the pitcher, Pittman the catcher. That's Hill over at first, Shea now in over at second base, Marr at third, and Boland wrapping up the infield. He's at short. And then left field, Pomeroy, Ezekiel in center, and Corbett over in right. Very pivotal part of the ball game coming up. We'll kick things off with Chris Walushka before going back to the top of the order. That one swung on, driven well high. Not too far, though. The center fielder able to get underneath it, makes the play. So just 2 outs now remaining for the Loggers.
With 1 out, the batter is...
So 1 out now.
Right fielder, number 13, Logan Newman.
And so back over to the top, Newman up. It's 1 for 3 in the contest so far. That one swung on and missed. So 0-1 the count now, 1 out. Top of 7, no runners on. Next pitch showing bunt Newman on that one. Looking to get on base any way he can. Now trying to draw in the first and third baseman. Give himself a little bit more breathing room if he wants to take a hack at it. Count now 0-2. It's that one downstairs, ball 1. Still a tight ball game, 1 run separating these two teams. Loggers need some base runners here, trying to keep this game alive. The loser going home, the winner heading on to the semis against Toronto. Next pitch coming in, that one downstairs as well. That'll even things up at 2-2. Fans starting to get louder, pushing into the tail part of this game. Walsh now up to 43, excuse me. The 2-2 pitch, slow one to the mound, and off speed, trying to get some swing and miss. Good movement on it, but just falls out. So with 1 out, we'll have a full count now. Top of the order, Newman. Bray warming up, he's on deck. And that one down outside the zone, ball 4. The tying run now over at first base.
Now at bat,
So Newman works his way on. Bray now up in the box. 1 for 2. Struck out back in the first, walked his way on back in the 4th. He came around to score, and singled back in the 6th as well. He came around to score in that one too. He counts for 2 of the 3 runs for the Loggers. Of course, in that 6th inning, Newman also came around to score. So 1 out here, tying run at first base. Bray in the box, the right-handed batter, swung on, fouled well back over all the heads of the fans here in attendance at Peter Hallman Ball Yard. Still some big opportunities coming up. Loggers looking to cash in a run here as that one's dribbled right up Main Street. It makes its way to the grass over in center field. A big clutch single coming in right now. That advances Newman over towards second base. Bray now at first. So after the flyout from Walushka, the top of the order been effective. A walk from Newman, a single from Bray. That'll bring up Blake Hunter. He's 3 for 3 in the contest so far. A single in the first, a single back in the 4th, and a double back in the 6th. Next pitch. Comes in, captures the outer part of the plate for strike 1. Hunter set in the box. That one well upstairs. Good work by the catcher Pittman to keep it in front of him. Anything to the wall could advance these runners. So Hunter 3 for 3 with an RBI. Came off his double just in the last inning. It's now close to 2.5 hours into this one. A very tight ball game between these two teams. Whole lot of competitiveness throughout this entire matchup. As Walsh gets set, the 1-1 pitch. That one's a bit too far outside, bringing the count to 2-1. So again, Newman now over at second. Bray over at first. Next pitch swung on and missed. Evening things up at 2-2. Hunter turning back to the umpire, just asking where that was in the zone. Fans starting to get louder and louder. Opportunities for both teams right now to push it in their direction. Pitcher Walsh looking to shut it down, give his team the win. Hunter looking to break it open, potentially tie the game on a solid hit, and a called strike three. Turns back to the umpire. Whole lot of words being said, not happy with the call at all. The 6th strikeout for Walsh. And a big second out here, still 2 on, 1 in scoring position.
With 2 outs, the batter is the first baseman, number 41, Scott.
And that'll bring up Scott Nehigh, the first baseman. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a strikeout. A big opportunity for him to play hero ball. Just 1 out remaining. Separating the Hitman from a win right now. Hitman up 3-2 there in the field. Time called by Scott Nehigh. He has himself 2 RBI singles, 1 back in the 4th and another one back in the 6th. First pitch of the at-bat coming in. Down and away, ball 1. High pressure situation here. Beautiful game on a beautiful day for ball. Walsh now 54 pitches. He's getting set, finding his pitch with Pittman, the catcher. Located there, he gets set. The 1-0 pitch. That one swung on, drilled right back to the pitcher. The easy throw to first, and that's the end of the ball game here. The Hitmen take the win. Galway moving on in this one. They'll move to the semifinals against Toronto. But a great effort from the Souk Loggers here. Some great mindsets from them, battling back, down 4-1 at one point. They bring it back to a 1-run ball game, but just not enough. Galway taking the win in this one, 4-3. So the final score, 4-3. Of course, Galway taking the win. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors in this one. And the BC Souk Loggers, they follow this one. 3 runs, 9 hits as well, no earned runs. A very clean game of ball. Walsh ended up getting through 3 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 6 strikeouts and a walk. Pitcher on the other side, Barkman, went through an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 1 as well. So great ball game, plenty of back and forth in this one, exactly what you want to see from some playoff action across the board. Again, you've been tuning into the Softball Canada Men's Fast Pitch Championships here at Peter Hallman Ball Yard in Kitchener, Ontario. A whole lot of action still in store, one more game coming up. We'll see Galway, the Hitmen, before you really know it. They'll be up next, taking on Toronto. That'll be the semifinal, the bronze medal game there. The winner from that one will then move on. They'll face the Saskatoon Jacks in the final. Next game was scheduled for 12:30. Might be a little bit later. This one did carry on a little long. That game was scheduled for, I believe, 12:30, and then one more after that. That'll be the big gold medal game. That's coming up at 3:30 later today. Be sure to tune back in. Again, you've been watching CCDTV, Conestoga College Digital TV. I'm Justin Kohler. I'll be here with you throughout the entire course of the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you right in the next one.